entering an elimination heavyweight bout. Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner. Please make welcome Hector Wild Boy LUMBA.
Here we go, JR, for our second bout of the evening, featuring the heavyweights. Hector LUMBA taking on MYLO JAMAR in our second bout of the evening here at the SCL Boxing Conflict Show here in Denver, Colorado, my friend.
And what we can kind of expect here, of course, with the heavyweights is we're going to slow the action a tad and up the power considerably.
100%. These guys know how to bang.
And now, fighting out of the Farmers Insurance Thomas Swenson blue corner. Please make welcome MYLO JAMAR.
MYLO JAMAR coming to us with some Rocky. Gotta love that.
Nothing better.
Nothing better in a boxing show? Are you kidding me? I think every fighter should come out to this song.
Should be standard, yes indeed.
Drinking a raw egg milkshake on the way into the ring.
And Jamar stepping over the top rope.
Referee Stephen Blea giving some instructions.
Fight number 2 of the evening is presented by Farmers Insurance Thomas Swenson Agency. Auto, home, life, business. Call today for a quote at 720-373-7054 and be entered to win free tickets to an upcoming Sparta Combat League event. Time to meet the elimination heavyweight fighters. First, fighting out of the Dynamic Mortgage Concepts red corner, from Child's Play and a Family Affair Boxing in Denver, Colorado, please make welcome Hector Wild Boy LUMBA. And now, fighting out of the Farmers Insurance Thomas Swenson blue corner, an independent fighter from Louisville, Colorado, please make welcome MYLO JAMAR. This elimination heavyweight bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds. Referee Stephen Blea.
Okay, gentlemen, we're going over all the rules of the bout. This is the problem. I don't want anything below this is his. Nothing behind the head. Okay, any questions? Let's touch him up. Let's take care of business.
Stephen Blea, a legend in Colorado boxing, giving the fighters their final instructions. And we have MYLO JAMAR. He's the heavyweight wearing the black and white trunks, facing off against Hector LUMBA, who's wearing the black and purple trunks. Mr. JAMAR, an independent fighter, facing off against a Family Affair Boxing and Child's Play MMA fighter in LUMBA. And we're waiting just a second for some ring adjustment. Thumbs up all around. And here we go.
Touching the gloves, and wow, LUMBA comes out with a big overhand right to get this party started.
Yeah. LUMBA trying to stay a little lower underneath his opponent, work in to bridge that gap. Only thing I'm seeing kind of early on is he's got to be careful of that uppercut if Jamar decides to bring it.
100%. I mean, but the name of the game for LUMBA tonight is absolutely going to be bobbing and weaving and get inside. MYLO JAMAR is a giant of a man, long arms, long reach, and if he gets hit on the end of those punches, LUMBA's in big trouble.
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit tough for LUMBA facing a fighter like Jamar in the fact that you just don't have anybody to train against. It's like that, and we can hear the sting and the power of Jamar's punches as he's starting to put together some combinations that are landing while he's able to find his range here
You know, I think that this is also going to be one of those outstanding learning experiences. It's really, really an eye-opener. The first time you ever fight somebody that's so big and so much longer than you, getting inside is imperative. It's a must-do in a fight like this, and that's going to be the real question for Lumba tonight is, can he find and solve that riddle of getting inside on MYLO JAMAR?
And Jamar is a taller fighter doing exactly what he should, trying to keep Lumba out at the end of his punches and stepping in, using his footwork in order to make that range work for him. And like you talked about in fight number 1, Ron, leading with that jab, trying to set up everything off of that.
In boxing, the jab is probably the most important punch. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but everything that you do comes off of working behind that jab. And here's where Lumba wants to be. He wants to be inside, digging to the body, just like he just did, and becoming effective in slowing down MYLO JAMAR.
Jamar gets together with a nice 1-2. There's the bell, and we'll be back with the second round.
Very interesting start so far. You know, MYLO JAMAR really establishing that length and that range of his, but he also landed some really hard shots early in this first round. And I saw a change in the face of Hector Lumba a little bit, and I don't know if he was frustrated or just befuddled by the strikes. I'm curious to see how this young kid comes out for the second, JR.
Yeah, see what kind of adjustments he makes. And something that I really liked about Jamar is what he was doing with his legs and how much he was bending at the knees.
Yes.
He wasn't bending over at the waist when he wanted to throw a body shot and basically has to change levels in order to do it. He wasn't bending forward at the waist or bringing his head and shoulders forward. He was dipping at the knees and still using that length without putting himself in a disadvantageous position.
You know, and I think Lumba's finished the first round nicely, so if he can kind of go back and kind of figure out what he was doing to get inside, just like he's doing now, he may have some success against MYLO JAMAR.
Yeah, he's got to make sure that he punches his way in.
That's
he
right.
Can't just hope to duck his head and step into range. Eventually, either Jamar or his corner is going to get a read on that and you know, give him the effective counter. And there it was the uppercut.
And MYLO JAMAR is landing hard right hands right now, JR.
And that's another thing with Lumba in the training room. Oh, complain about that shot to the back, and there was a second one. And Jamar just winding up, and
3 straight kidney
referee
shots, yeah.
Stephen Blea saying you can't hit him in the back. And some of Lumba's fans, I can hear him behind us saying that should be a point. There was a thudding body shot.
Great body shot. And I got to tell you, I think it's waking up Lumba a little bit. I don't think he wants to be on the end of these shots, and he knows he's in a firefight right now. It's either go, and down goes Lumba right now with a flurry from the big man, MYLO JAMAR.
Yeah, he sensed that he had him in trouble, and he put together the combination that he needed to. It was probably a 6 or 8 punch combination, and Lumba's taking some deep breaths, but he's got to change up his game plan.
Oh, he's looking for the door.
Yep. And I'm not sure if Lumba's going to be able to answer this one. He got the body shots in there, and Lamar saying he's got this one done. Can't see Lamar on your screen right now, but he's sort of giving himself a big hand for his work. And Lumba shows his toughness, gets back up. Corner Lumba saying he needs to move, and they're right.
He's got to fire something. That's it. This fight's over.
3 knockdowns.
Big finish right there from MYLO JAMAR.
Congratulations to the independent fighter, Mr. Jamar.
I think he was just a little too much for Hector Lumba tonight. I think the distance, the range, the power, and the flurries of activity were the perfect storm to finish Hector Lumba tonight, JR.
Yeah, Jamar doing, you know, you hit the nail on the head, Ron. You called him a giant of a man. And he did exactly what he needed to do using that size. And Vern Earwood getting in Stephen Blea's ear a little bit, saying there was 3 strikes in a row that were illegal, asking why a point wasn't taken. But anyway, back to what I was saying about Mr. Jamar. He did what he needed to with his size.
He absolutely did. We're going to go ahead and throw it back up to Sean Patrick for the official announcement.
At 1 minute, 42 seconds of round number 2, referee Blair has called a stop to this fight, declaring your winner by KO, MYLO JAMAR. Sean in the ring with MYLO. Looked like it was an emotional victory for you there for sure.
They're all emotional. I worked so hard. Everybody, yeah.
What was the game plan going into that fight? Obviously an aggressive fighter that wanted to get in close there to overtake your reach advantage. What was your game plan?
It's the same thing. Every fight, move your feet, establish the jab, keep that long stick out there, make him eat the jab, wear him down the jab, and then once, pick your shots once he's tired. Same thing every time. It ain't no secret. Big dude, a lot of reach. There's going to be some dudes that aren't going to want to fight you here soon. What's next for you? Just whatever's on the table. They give me a guy and I fight him. I don't really know what to do. They just give me a guy and I fight him. That's it. We'll look forward to another one from you. Some people you want to thank? My best friend, Alex Walters. Yeah, that's it. Congratulations on your victory. Give it up once again for your winner, MYLO JAMAR.